Tom here, back for another update. Hope you guys are doing well. Cheers. Coffee. Yeah, I don't have too much to say, so let's just get into it. In the background, we're listening to the newly done reissue of World's Experience Orchestra, or just Worlds, as they also go by on this album that we're listening to, which is actually this one called, sorry, my mind just went blank. As time flows on. The first one is called The Beginning of a New Birth. So reissue done really well by now and again, as you can imagine. Egon always does a great job, just like on the previous Paternoster one I showed. If you're not familiar, the group Worlds is a group out of Boston, Mass. Recorded 2 albums in 75 and 77. This is a later one from 77, I believe. I don't think it came out until 80. I think that's right. Yeah. So I think the most notable players that came out of this group are Phil Musa and Michael Cosmic, as well as Jamal Jones, who actually put these on vinyl. Originally put the records on vinyl, so he's the reason why we're able to get the reissues today. So big thank you to him, Jamal Jones. That's his full name. A lot of players in this group. Earl Grant Lawrence on flute, Khalik Farouk on alto flute, Michael Cosmic on alto sax, Daoud Hassan on clarinet, Rakib Ishmael Hassan on tenor, Phil Musa on soprano, Tony Serra on drums, Chauncey Hutcherson also on drums, Larry Rowling on congas, Shadu Jones on piano, Robert Ruff on bass. I won't name everybody, but pretty big group, but just great spiritual jazz. I don't know if I showed the inside, I probably did, but yeah, done really well. Comes with a booklet once again, download, CD, all that stuff. We'll show the booklet though if I can get it out. Nice info and pictures. Yeah, definitely recommend getting it just for the music. Music is just so good. Great, soulful, spiritual jazz. Fantastic. Pick it up. Right, moving on to Mr. Joe Bonner. This is a record from 1981, trio record. Joe Bonner on piano, J. Thomas Tilton on drums, and Paul Warburton on bass. Nice post bop. Does have orchestration though, has an orchestra behind them with cellos, violins, flutes, kind of stuff. Really beautiful piano jazz, basically. Got this from my local store, Red Scroll, on Teresa Records, which I know Pharaoh had a few later records on as well. But it's really beautiful piano jazz. Images of Copenhagen, Joseph Bonner. Great stuff. Usually pretty cheap. Speaking of Pharaoh, another one I picked up in my local shop, which I've been wanting forever. Black Unity from Mr. Pharaoh Sanders. Just one long track of free jazz, nice world music, really great. Kind of spans between groovy, more mellow, out there at times. Definitely some African vibes, some world music vibes, like I said. So, by the way, rest in peace to Rudy Van Gelder, who I know passed away. Was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday. Did just countless albums, and just the man behind so many fantastic labels. Always looking, in the dead wax if you have that RVG or Van Gelder. Yeah, so fantastic stuff. And of course, big rest in peace to Mr. Van Gelder as well. So. Next up, Don Cherry, Brown Rice, A huge want for me as well. Originally came out in '75 in Italy. This is a '77 reissue on Horizon, a U.S. pressing promo. If you can see it, it's also got the gold stamp promo there. Gatefold. I'm not really a fan of these uni-pack gatefolds, so the record goes in the center, but I don't know. The only way I was gonna get it. It was a good price, so. But fantastic jazz from Don Cherry Jazz, mixed with obviously world music, but a lot of African, Indian, and even some Eastern. I think it was Arabic vibes around here. It's what it sounded like to me. So, really cool. One I've been after for a while, so get it any way I can. And yeah, happy to finally have it. So, great stuff. Brown rice. I've always seen people show it, so I'm really happy to finally have it. Hope that's not too loud. I can never get this music situation figured out. See what's good, what's not good. But I always think it's too loud and too quiet. Oh, almost dropped the damn record. Be more careful. Walt Dickinson, Peace. Nice little post-bop album from '70. Originally recorded in '75 and released in '75 on what's the label? Steeplechase. This is a reissue on Inner City from '76. It's a nice trio record. Walt Dickinson on vibes, Andrew Cyril on percussion, and someone who plays bass, Lysol Atkinson on bass. But really nice, solid, cheap Walt Dickinson joint. Can't go wrong with Walt Dickinson, so great stuff. An ESP record I've been after for a while, and really happy to finally add it to my collection. Albert Ayler, Spirits Rejoice. You guys probably all know Albert Ayler, so I'm not going to speak too much about him, but recorded in '65. Same classic lineup he usually has. Him on tenor, his brother Donald Ayler on trumpet, Charles Tyler, who I love as well, on alto sax, Henry Grimes and Gary Peacock on bass, Sonny Murray on drums, and Cal Cobbs plays harp on one track, the track Angels. So, again, show the back. Really great, just a classic white ESP label. But really intense, kind of out there, wild, noisy, passionate free jazz playing, so I love it. I love Albert Ayler. Definitely one of the innovators of free jazz. Alright, moving on. One that I believe Chris Cole hit me to. Thank you, Chris. Sonny Simmons with Manhattan Egos is on the Our Julio label, which I thought was pretty interesting, from 1969. Once again, nice, noisy, tense free jazz, although some nice even Eastern vibes on side 2, end of side 2. The two horn players here have an amazing chemistry too, which they actually were married at one point. So the other player is Barbara Donald, plays trumpet, Sonny Simmons plays alto, sax, and English horn. And then on bass you have Juma, who also plays Congo drums, and Paul Smith on drums, regular drums. But I believe the rhythm section, Juma and Paul Smith never played before on any kind of record or any kind of live performance. It was their first gig they actually did. They just practiced by themselves beforehand. So amazing what they pulled out from it being the first time. And like I said, Barbara Donald and Sonny Simmons, amazing chemistry between the two. They play off each other so well. Great record, not too expensive. Definitely worth picking up. Really strong, solid percussion joint here. Andrew Cyril and Milford Graves dialogue of the drums on IPS, the Institute of Percussive Studies, which is their own label. This is from '74. A straight up percussion record. So if you're not into percussion, you're not going to dig it. But crazy, out there, intense, improvised percussion. Yes, but when I was missing from my Milford Graves and Andrew Cyril collection, so happy to add that one. huge one knocked out here. So I was hoping to complete the trio of originals for this man, but I can't come across a second album, so I ended up picking up the reissue last week, which I showed, Move Ever Onward. But a little while before that, I picked up his third album, Brother Oz, Key to Nowhere, from 1983. So happy to have this. So it's Brother Oz and the Sounds of Awareness, his group. Yeah, just so good. Such great playing. Probably my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite Brother Oz, would be it. Excellent meditative and spiritual jazz stuff. Just so good. Yeah, soulful, just, I don't know. On the Divine Records label. Got this in kind of package deal, so still in the shrink. $5.99 from JNR Music in New York at one point. No one's gonna get it for that now, but still happy to have it. Oh, I did get it from New York, so figures, right? But yeah, fantastic album. Just go listen to it if you haven't heard it. High recommendation from me. And kind of bringing it full circle here. Back full circle to the Boston jazz scene with the Hussein Ertunc Trio with the album Musiki. So it's basically a trio of Hussein Ertunc on percussion and drums, Michael Cosmic and Phil Musra on saxophone, clarinet, flutes, bass, different percussion instruments. This is a reissue from this year, 2016, on Holiday Records. Originally released in 74, I think. But really intense, free jazz at times, definitely improvisation, out there improvisation. But then second side kind of comes a lot more soulful, spiritual, cosmic, definitely cosmic vibes at times, but really nice printed inner sleeve on this with credits. And they actually do Philip Musra's The Creator Spaces and Michael Cosmic Space on Space track, so it's basically their record, although it's always been under Hussein Ertunc Trio. But yeah, just great stuff. Definitely another high recommendation from me. I've been after the original of this for years, but never seen one, so when the reissue came up, I was definitely jumped on it when I could. So I think this one came out in Spain. It was a Spanish pressing, so. But love the cover artwork too. Really pretty cool stuff. But yeah, that's it, guys. Oh, let me show this one too. So I'm trying to either sell, or preferably sell, but maybe trade this album. I got this for really cheap, basically next to nothing, so I'm trying to do something with it. What it is, it's a Connecticut private press, I don't know how to describe this combination of like weirdo prog, psych, jazz. Side 1 is like really strange prog, psych stuff. Side 2 is more straight ahead jazz rock. Straight ahead, I got free jazz on my mind. Straight ahead jazz rock. But yeah, like I said, private press on this label called Pharaoh Records out of Connecticut, recording Glastonbury. This one's still sealed. It's got a bit of ring wear on the front and a bit of all-around wear, but pretty flat. Looks pretty good. So I'll leave some links to this. It's in my Dropbox. You guys could click on it, go listen to the whole thing. If you're interested, let me know. Like I said, I prefer to sell it, but I will trade it if it's for the right thing. For what I showed here, you guys could probably figure out what I'm into. So that's it, guys. Let me know. Leave me a comment if you want about any records I showed, or just whatever, if you like talking. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well, like I said, once again, and everyone stay cool. Summer's coming to an end, so it's too bad because I hate the cold, hate the winter, but have to deal with it. Alright, guys. Peace. Take care.